Hey everybody, Eric here with Evolve 180 Nation. I mean, just Eric Personal. I'm just kidding. It's Evolve 180 Nation. Um, so, I was watching a video by a guy named Devin Pope. Um, he discusses a lot of issues that are, well, I don't know if I'd call them issues, but he discusses a lot of topics that are kind of in depth. And he had a video about racism, and at the very beginning it was a reply video, I believe, and he said that he has trouble believing that somebody never went through racism, that this particular person never went through racism because he's Caucasian, he's white, and he's went through it. And that reminded me of a story, of something that I wanted to say, a couple things actually, that I wanted to talk about. I never actually thought about it as racism, really. Well, I did, but not, it's hard to explain it. It's just kind of something that I'm like, okay, well, it happened, and these people didn't like me. Well, my mom, my brother, and we had been in Florida visiting our grandparents. Now, this was when I was young, like 10 years old. 9, 10 years old, I'm guessing. I have so much trouble forgetting what age I was when, and when I did what, and what. So, anyway. But I can remember what happened years ago, like nobody's business. Anyway, besides the point. Just can't remember ages. Anyway, so we stopped in Savannah, Georgia. I had to use the restroom, and we had to eat. And we stopped at a Walmart. And, well, there was a lot of African American people. Okay? Not being racist, just saying. They were African American, and yeah, well, I love everybody, so I'm not being racist. Want to make that clear. Now, these people, when I went in, they stared at me, like, intently, okay? I was going into the restroom. They were staring at me. I went into the restroom. People stared at me. I used the restroom, came out, saw this man, and said, "Hi, sir, how you doing? And how's your day?" Being polite. He wouldn't talk to me, but he kind of looked over at me like, I don't know. And then I told my mom, I'm like, hey, they're staring at me. Everybody's staring at me. Why? I'm like, is it because of the chair? I think I asked her, is it because of the chair or what? Have they never seen a guy in a wheelchair? I was young. I don't know. And she's like, no, Eric. Back many years ago, there was racism, and it was white people who victimized, hung, beat, enslaved, enslaved African American people. Okay, they enslaved not us, and not any of our ancestors. Our immediate family. But anyway, so, and I'm like, oh, so they're holding it against us. And she's like, yeah, that some people can't let it go. So, with this, I just want to say, hey guys, it's not my fault any of y'all were enslaved, and it's not, it's not something I condone, So if you have something that you're like, hey, I'm really upset about this, and this happened years ago, let it go. It happened years ago, and I'm not going to be able to pay you back for it, and nobody needs to pay you back for it. Nobody owes you. Okay? I'm not saying not to be hateful, but Come on, let's just get along, people. Let's just get along. Let's just stop all the hate. Stop all the, you know, well, you wronged me and your ancestors wronged me. I mean, okay, I'm not my ancestors. Even if I do have family, that has died years ago, who did it, I'm not them. I'm not like them, and I don't condone what they did. I don't like the KKK. I think they're wimps, and I think they're hate-filled pigs, okay? Um, Black Panther, anybody who's a racist group, the skinheads, everybody, they're just, I can't even find the words to express how much I hate, how much I hate and despise racism, prejudice, any of it. I can't even find the words to express how much I despise racism and everything. I can't even do it. I hate it so much, okay? If you're an African American, Hispanic, whatever, and you're holding people accountable for what maybe their ancestors did, stop. Come on. Seriously, stop doing it. It's not their fault. Unless they're doing it themselves to carry on the tradition. It's not their fault. And there are plenty of people who have gotten out of the KKK and changed their life and everything. I know somebody who was in a gang, I'll just say, and is a amazing person, amazing man. He's loving. I love him as a brother. He's a Christian. He's my best friend, and I don't think he would mind me saying this, because I'm being vague. He's an amazing man, really, and he changed his life. People change, and so hold people accountable for their actions right now, in the moment that they're doing. But if they've changed, if things have changed, let it go and move on. Give peace and love a chance. Live and let live. Go on about your business. And as for the past, live and let die. Live and let others live. And as for the past, live and let that die. Live and let the racist thoughts, the anger, everything die. Death to animosity. That's what I have to say. Since this video is running so long, in another video I will address another thing I've went through, okay, to show that racism, discrimination, it goes both ways. Anyway, last thing I want to say, it is racist. If anybody of you out there are like, oh, that's not racist, yeah, it is, okay? Even if you're upset about the past and you're like, well, your ancestors did this, well, now you're the racist, and now you are carrying on a tradition that you truly hate. You're victimizing somebody else, even if it's with just a single look. You're carrying on a tradition that you don't like, that somebody else did to you. So what's the point in that? It has no point. God bless, take care, and look for part 2 of this video. Bye. Love y'all. Peace.